In the month of June, we're focusing on joy. How to find joy and how to stay in joy most of the time. Obviously, it's unrealistic to live in joy all the time, but in this little video, I want to talk to you about the huge benefits to you and your health and your family when you focus on joy and make joy a priority in your life. Many of us don't even know what brings us joy. When many clients come in to see me, and obviously they're coming to discuss their problems and their challenges, but when we get through those, and they know those very well, and I ask them, what would you rather have, or how would you like your life to be? And very often the best answer they can come up with is, I'd like my life to be without these challenges. But we don't really know what that actually looks like. It's so easy to get caught up in the burdens and the challenges of life that we feel we don't have time to think about it. So I want to have a quick chat about the benefits of finding your joy and staying in joy as much as you can because of the massive health and lifestyle and general well-being benefits. So one of the big ones, if you look at on the physical level, when you move into a positive emotion, and joy is one of those high level positive emotions, when you can find your joy and stay there, you produce a whole cascade of chemistry in your body, literally, because the chemistry and the emotions are almost completely interlocked. I often think it's like the chicken and the egg. Do you have a good feeling and you produce good chemistry, or do you produce good chemistry? Or when you have good chemistry, do you produce positive emotions? There's a direct correlation between those two things. So when you know that and you're able to stay in more joy, then you produce lots of neurotransmitters that are really beneficial to your body. Things like dopamine and serotonin. And these are the very neurotransmitters that are lacking in people who've got depression. So if you've got depression, and particularly if you're on antidepressants, the SSRIs are all about the serotonin. So serotonin is the feel-good neurotransmitter, and that's the transmitter that helps to give you an elevated mood. And dopamine is the one that works with reward. So one of the big examples is with addiction. So if you've got a gambling problem, the machines are set up to keep triggering reward based on every time you win. So when you win, you get a dopamine rush. So any addiction is going to give you a dopamine rush because it makes you feel better and it encourages you to engage in that behavior again. Those chemicals happen naturally. We don't need drugs or addictive behaviors to get those chemicals being pushed out into our body. We can do that ourselves. Another very positive neurotransmitter is oxytocin. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. Anyone who's been pregnant and had babies, two things go together, don't they? But when you have a child, you get this rush of oxytocin. You should, because that helps you to bond with your child. And again, it's the oxytocin that is often blocked or missing, and that's what's causing postnatal depression. So the neurotransmitters play a huge role in our mood and our emotional state. So that's dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Obviously, there's lots more, but I don't want to get into a huge neurotransmitter lecture in this. So they are the lovely, positive, happy neurotransmitters. All those feel-good chemistry is what happens when you start connecting into your joy. The other thing that joy helps us with is with our hormones. So there's lots of lovely, positive hormones that get activated, and the glands push lovely positive hormones out into our body again when we're feeling joy. It helps with relaxation, it helps with digestion, it helps us to get into the rest and digest part of the body. So there are a set of hormones in the parasympathetic nervous system that get stimulated in it to encourage us to rest, restore, recover, do lots of lovely healing, all the lovely yin things that I'm always talking about. The yin is the feminine meridians, what do you call it, the feminine energy. The divine feminine is the rest, recuperate, heal type stuff. And we want to get out of the sympathetic, that's the fight flight. So we want to get our hormones and our glands out of a habit of being in the fight flight sympathetic glandular pattern and get into this rest and digest. And that's done through the neurotransmitters and the hormones. So we want to have this lovely balance of our glands. And particularly for women going through menopause, the glandular balance is just paramount to our health and well-being. They are just the chemical benefits. But there's also been lots of research and lots of evidence that and again, which comes first? Again, it's the chicken and the egg. When I smile, I feel better. Or when you feel better, you smile more. So again, this interrelationship between what comes first, and it's almost like you can't separate them. But when there's a lot of research saying that when you smile, you can't feel bad. So I just love that. So even if you are feeling bad, remember to smile. And it's one of the lovely things that'll start changing your whole physiology. So that's changing the way your body's functioning. So how about that? Imagine just turning on a smile and turning yourself around. So you can do lots of things. Exercise is obviously really good. Getting out, getting fresh air, getting the body moving. Often we get a little bit stagnant and the energy starts to drop. So you get more joy for going out into the world and getting your energy moving. But I don't want to go into the how today. I just want to go into some of those benefits. So another benefit on the emotional level is they say that when you get onto a positive cycle of feeling more positive emotions, then it has that spirally knock-on effect. It's almost contagious. So if you can use a couple of hints and tips, which I'm going to do in the next video about how to get into more joy, which is really important, but this is a bit of motivation. I want to inspire you to get interested in what brings you joy because of all of these health benefits. So it's changing your brain chemistry. It's changing your body chemistry. It helps you to support more positive thinking, and it's helping you to find it easier to stay in more positive emotional frequency. And you will find it easier to rest, digest, get more nutrition, get more rest, because it gets you out of the fear of this fight flight that's over here and makes you step into more positive, uplifting motivation, relaxation, sleeping, all those things I've said. Like, it's just a win-win. So why would you not want to do that? And the other thing I want to just go on what brings you joy. Sometimes it takes time to get us out of those old habits of feeling burdened, because all of the things that we love in our lives, if we allow them to become habitual, they often turn into burdens. We love our families, we love our children, we love our partner, we love the things that we have around us. We've got homes and hopefully jobs, and you can turn a lot of these things. But if we go back to our kids and our family, hopefully that's the first thing you want to really practice: joy and love and connection and gratitude for your family and for the people that you love. They should be the easiest place to start. So those things can easily become a burden. And burden is the opposite to joy. We can get burdened by our family, by our responsibility, by the tasks, by the job, by the duty. All of those things can become a burden if we're not careful, if we're not conscious about the fact that we really do love these people. We love these relationships. And when you consciously connect into that and make the choice from there, then the joy comes easily. Sometimes if you're annoyed with your child at the moment, remember a time when they just brought you so much joy in your life. Imagine your children when they were little babies and you just wanted to sit there and cuddle them all day and do goo gaga with them. I have so many videos and photographs of my kids, as we all do, of that beautiful age when they were just so joyful. And remember those times and come back into our heart, get these lovely juices flowing of joy and reap all the beautiful benefits that come with it. So I encourage you to make joy a focus in your life, make it a priority, and practice stepping into more joy. So I'm going to do another video on how to do that very shortly. Okay, take care. God bless. Talk soon.